Today, ladies and gentlemen, we are talking about the spookiest thing known to mankind. Ghosts. Now, before we start, does anyone here believe in ghosts?
I actually don't know. Because
You don't know?
I haven't experienced myself anything with ghosts.
So you've never
I'm not too sure.
you've just never been walking around or something, and then something just suddenly falls over, or
But that could just be it just falling over.
it could be a ghost.
Dylan, I have a question for you.
Could be. What's that?
When you were younger and you had to turn off the last light downstairs, did you not sprint up the stairs because there's a ghost chasing you?
I did.
Yeah, there you go. What about you,
But-
Keen? You do the same.
Nah,
What?
I turn around and start swinging.
I did actually do that once.
Do you ever like do
What
that
is-
like nonchalantly? Like you think there's like a ghost in the corner, you pretend you pretend like you can't see it, and then you just turn around and start like just give it like a left hook or something, right hook right to
That
the
is
face.
not nonchalant.
Yeah, I pretend I don't see it, and then just turn around and absolutely like give an uppercut from hell.
Uppercut, yeah.
I forgot. Yeah.
Yeah, of course. What if there's a ghost like right behind me right now, and I just knock him out. Yeah, you get it.
But then, like, for me, I'm a bit of a scaredy cat. Like, I don't watch horror films because they get in my head. Like, even Ladder-Fix thing, you know Harry Potter? I watched Harry Potter when I was like 4 or 5. And I know Harry Potter is like a children's movie, but for me that was a horror movie because of Voldemort. He like scarred me.
What, because of
I
his
had like
nose?
this like coat hanger. What's that? Yeah, he's just weird.
Mm.
Oh no, do you know what scarred me was when he killed Harry's parents. That like messed me up mentally.
Yeah.
I had like a cloak, I had like a coat hanger in my bedroom, like a massive coat on it,
Mm.
and I always thought Voldemort was gonna like come out and like just do something to me.
100%. No, I agree.
Like take your
But
nose or
then-
something.
Back when I was younger,
In terms of like ghosts,
hey,
what are your thoughts on ghosts?
see, back when I was younger.
Oh yeah, sorry. I've had experiences.
Oh,
Like
Yeah, go on,
yeah,
man.
real experiences. So I've had two memorable ones. So my bed here, it used to be over there, and this counter stand thing used to be flipped against that wall. And I normally put like stuff on the edge of the you can't really see, on the edge of that table. Like when I'm going to work, I like put stuff that I need for work. And then so my bed's over there, nowhere near the thing, and my cat is on my bed, sleeping like by my feet. Next thing, all the stuff that I've put on there has just fallen off the thing. It couldn't have, because it wasn't on the edge. It was literally like nowhere near the edge, and my cat was next to me, so I know the cat didn't knock it off. And I know the cat was spooked because the cat looked up as well and was like, "What was that?" I don't know how that's fallen off the edge. Like, there's no wind in my room. Like my wind isn't My room isn't. The window wasn't open. Nothing could have knocked that off the edge. So, how does that happen?
what do you think is the like? Do you think it's just like a warning to you, or like what?
Yeah,
like,
what's the
why
purpose? That's a good question. That's a very good
someone
question.
off the bed?
I feel as if you must have annoyed it or something in the past life, or at the minute. Maybe they
Ooh.
think this is their room, and I've just walked in and made it mine, and they're not happy with that, so they decided to knock off my stuff, which I wasn't happy
So
about.
for a bit of context, Kian lives in a very old building that used to be like a warehouse, and then turned into a hotel and that sort of stuff. And where Kian lives is right at the top of this would have been warehouse, and supposedly there'd be like that's where sailors would hide their treasure and all that stuff. So allegedly sailors have died there and all that stuff.
Maybe if you.
Or maybe someone was
presence.
murdered in the hotel or something like that.
Mm.
Yeah, and I've also I had one in a foreign country before.
Okay.
I once went to Croatia with some of my friends, and we were in a villa It's quite an old villa. And there's a piano in like the living room or whatever. And they were all playing the piano or whatnot before they went out. But they were like, I don't know if I was the only one that stayed behind or someone else stayed with me. But we were so tired, so we just stayed behind. And I was tired, so I went to sleep. They'd already gone. And then I hear the piano going off, but just one note on the piano. And it just kept playing the same note. So I messaged in the group chat, I was like, who's playing the piano? Because I hadn't realised that they had actually left by this point. I thought they were just still messing around upstairs. And they were like, they're not there. I was like, what? It's a bit weird.
Well, could the key jammed on the piano?
No, because
sorry to be like
the key wouldn't just
like,
keep. It wouldn't bounce up and down. Like, you need to put force into it. It's one of these old pianos where you have to like proper push down on it. Like, it's not going to play by itself. So
maybe it was a rat chewing on the wires.
there was no rats in there.
Not that you know of.
That I do know. But yeah, I started hearing that, and I was like, okay, if they're not here, I'm gonna have to go and check what's going on. But I did also try. I tried to get my phone out and record it happening, but when I started recording it, it just stopped. Like, the sound stopped. So I was like, okay, screw this. I'm just gonna go have a look.
Okay, that is a bit. Yeah,
that's a bit weird. And I went up to have a look, and there was nothing there. But the thing that I don't know is if it was because I was tired, if the sound was just playing in my head.
Are you sleep deprived?
Yeah, I didn't know if it was just playing in my head, and it's just like just thought there was being played, but there was nothing being played.
Well, that's the thing. So how far away were you from this piano?
God, I don't know. I didn't measure it, mate. Maybe like.
Yeah, but like, was that upstairs? You were downstairs. Like, what's that?
It was like 2 steps to go downish. It was maybe like a corridor.
Okay.
A corridor away. It wasn't that far away.
That's what I'm saying. Like, was the sound changing like the closer you got?
No, because I only heard it when I was in the bed. Like, when I went up to go and have a look, it stopped playing.
It was for you to come to it, perhaps.
Well, it knew that I was going to have a look. Yeah, but
yes.
When I started recording, it just stopped.
What I'm trying to figure out is like sleep deprivation. If you were just replaying that sound in your head, it'd obviously sound like it was right next to your bed.
No, it didn't. It sounded like it was far away.
It sounded like it was coming from
it sounded like it was coming from the room. It sounded like when they were playing
creepy then, bro.
That's what I'm saying, bro. And I was left by myself. So I decided to go to sleep and just hope that the ghost didn't touch me or something. But yeah, that's my stories.
Sorry, so
Aiden, you got
the ghost didn't what?
Like touch me or something. I don't know what ghosts do. Like,
yeah, this is what I'm saying. Like, what do ghosts actually do?
They're just
I'm trying to understand the purpose of
it. They're there to torment you, I think. Like, this
is a really big thing, right? That I think about ghosts. The narrative of ghost is it's this scary thing from a very long time ago, right? So why are ghost hunters using EMF readers and stuff like that? How would ghosts wouldn't even know what this technology is if they are from so long ago? They wouldn't be able to mess with your metal detector or your radio frequency.
That's the thing. Machine. It's meant to their spirit or whatever it is meant to interfere with that sort of stuff.
Okay.
Yeah, but we don't interfere with it. So if I don't know. I think it's impossible for ghosts to be real. I like the the thought of it, but I think it's impossible.
So what about like Ouija boards? Do you think when people do Ouija boards?
Not real at all. Not real at all.
You think it's faked?
100%.
When I was hearing stories of Ouija boards and.
But do they not?
But like you
tap it?
people would insist that like people have actually died from using a Ouija board.
Yeah,
or, like,
no chance.
But when you think about it now, when I was a kid, I believed it. But now when you think about it, it's like hypothetically, if someone got cancer, that's like, I heard a story about people getting cancer like after using, but it's like that could just happen.
See that comes into a very good point of what I used to think when I was younger. Is if I would ever watch a horror movie when I was younger, I'd be like, holy shit, this is gonna come and get me in the middle of the night. But then I'd be like, I have not seen a singular news story about someone dying because someone fucking burst out of their closet and killed them. Like, I need to see the fucking police report and the Daily Mail or Daily whatever the fuck news story about this happening. Then I'll believe it. But that's never happened. If anyone's died to something that they cannot solve, and it ever reaches the news, or the police ever go, "Oh, we can't solve this case because it was a ghost," then I'll believe the ghosts are real. But not one singular person has died. There might have been some coincidences, but no, I don't believe it. I don't believe it.
If someone, I'm trying to make sense here, but if someone experienced that in their own, and he died, they couldn't actually prove it, could they? Perhaps.
Well, yeah, but then,
like, what I'm trying to say is that you couldn't ever prove it.
But like, there's 8 billion people on the planet. Surely, if someone died to that, someone would know. Does that make sense?
Yeah, but how do
the
you prove it?
Ghost only attack when you're on your own.
But the police, so if you died to a ghost, the police would then, what are they supposed to do? They can't just go, "Oh yeah, this guy just died randomly." Make sense?
Yeah, but
I get what you're saying.
have you ever seen like a CCTV footage of someone just standing there, and then next thing they just like you played Phasmophobia, where they just start going like that?
Yeah.
Like, you've never seen
Yeah,
like
but
actual...
then that could be a flurry of different things.
Yeah, but
I feel like people that see the CCTV footage of someone just randomly, they're like, they want to believe it's a ghost. So if I send that to a doctor, they come back, that's a heart attack, plain and simple. That's everything for a heart attack. If I send that to a ghost hunter, they would be like, that is by the book, ghost encounter death. It just depends on your view.
So what if you started being punched like left, right, and center, and so like there's no one near you, you're just like doing all the movements as if you're being punched? Would they start to think that's a ghost?
The police would be like, this guy has got some, this guy is fucking stupid.
Well, this is the thing. How do you improve it? This is what I'm saying. I think.
Yeah,
I think
how do you prove it?
Have you ever seen the people that do? It's like a TV program. They go into like haunted or abandoned places, and they record it.
Yeah.
That's got to be fake, no? Have they ever actually found something that proves that it's... And it's TV, like, it's so easy to fake it.
Yeah, who would want to watch a TV show of someone going into this building that's supposed to be haunted, and nothing happens? No one's going to give a fuck. So they have to have people in there doing stuff that's going to make them think that it's haunted.
But then it makes you think, like, have you ever watched, like, Joe Weller when he used to do the haunted videos?
Yeah.
Could he fake that if it's just him and one other person doing it?
I think a lot of the time it was like fans coming in. I think they figured that out. There was fans coming in throwing stuff at them. And you've got to remember, one, it's a building that's not been looked after. It's not been maintained. And two, a lot of the windows have been smashed out. I don't know if you've ever like had a little draft on your window in winter or whatever when it's been windy. But that stuff can slam your door closed. Like, imagine that. There's no, like, the wind can just run freely through that building. There's bound to be one little brick that's loose that's just going to fall out. No?
I mean, it could happen, yeah.
Like, you have no protection in that building. Like, anything... You've seen really strong winds.
Yeah, but
do you remember when you came to visit?
What about if there was sounds or something? Like, if you started hearing... Nah, 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 like, in the distance or something. Obviously, that has to be a human or something, but if there's no one else in the building, how's that work?
I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe the mind plays a lot of tricks on you a lot of the time. Maybe the mind wants to believe.
That's what I'm saying. I feel as if the only way you experience a ghost thing is if you're hallucinating. If you're hearing stuff as well, like that piano thing. I think I was. What I always used
to think is when I was watching these when I was watching these ghost videos like Joe Weller and stuff. I was like, why doesn't he just get 50 people that go in together, like, and just they just go in. Yeah, and nothing would happen. Yeah. It's only when you're on your own or with one other person.
So I think it's like recordings of ghost things happening. Like there's like a recording of something mythical happening. That's camera recorded.
But that's the thing. I don't know, like with editing and stuff, if it's possible to like
A lot of the time it's editing, and then other times there's just like light refraction. Like there's this little tiny puddle in the corner, and then there's a single ray of ray. There was like a ray of sunshine bouncing off the moon, then it's bouncing back into this small puddle, and it's making this small little. I don't know, you know.
Mm.
Because I remember when I worked at school and they had like recording, and they were insisting that it was like a paranormal thing. It was like this light, like, but like it was like it looked like a moving like a little object or something like traveled across the CCTV recording.
Like an
Yeah.
They were
orb or something.
insisting on that. It could just be say like a sort of light fraction thing.
Mm.
Yeah, no, I mean, if sometimes dust can so move past a CCTV camera, and because it's that close, it looks like it's this huge thing traveling across the hallway, but it's just a piece of dust.
Oh.
Yeah. So I asked.
It's kind of.
Oh, what were you gonna say?
I was gonna say it's kind of not related and kind of is, but there was this police officer in the US that was tracking down like this criminal or whatever, and he's walking past this open sort of road bit, and he comes up to a car, and this acorn falls down from a tree, and hits the car. He pulls out his gun and starts shooting, thinking that was a gunshot.
What the hell?
So I'm just saying, like things in the moment can seem a lot bigger than they are. Do you know what I mean?
Reality, yeah. Yeah, I know
Yeah.
what you mean.
He just started shooting shots here, there, and everywhere, thinking that it was a gunshot that went off, but it was just a little acorn that fell from a tree.
So I done some research on like things that have been described as paranormal or ghost-like. And we have stuff like
Just their
sightings.
react to it.
You what?
Like,
What?
what'd you say?
I searched up some stuff that is related ghosts or whatever. Some of the stuff that is found is like sightings. So like if you see a shape or a figure just like standing in the corner, like a shadow or something, shouldn't be there. I don't know if you've ever seen that. I've never personally seen like a shadow or a figure just chilling out somewhere where it probably shouldn't be. I mean, you probably see stuff in like the corner of your eye and you're like, oh, what's that? And it's nothing. But
I think that all comes back, like I said before, about like because like the ghost industry is so big in films and stuff. You get scared. So you were laying in bed and you're like, oh shit, this is kind of scary. You're kind of seeing things. You're making things out that aren't really there. I've done that many times when I was younger. I was like, that's a red eye and that's a face or whatever. I turn the light on. It's literally just a shadow of, a coat or whatever that looks kind of funky, and it's like a red light from a switch.
yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
We have stuff like obviously unexplained noises, moving objects, stuff just moving by itself, stuff falling, being thrown and whatnot. I just said like voices and stuff, shadows, cold spots. Have you ever just like walked somewhere and it just got really cold and then it just goes back to normal temperature?
Yeah.
Dylan?
I don't know. Is it just temperature being different?
Yeah, but like if you
in
like
different
say you were like sitting down like as you are now, and then all of a sudden it just gets cold and then it just
Yeah.
goes back to normal.
Well, the window could be open. There could be some wind.
Well, exactly, but
Blowing
or
in.
it could be a ghost moving through you or in your presence.
Ooh.
We don't know. Lights
See,
and orbs.
It's interesting for me because I've never thought about ghosts really, apart from being scared from like horror films.
Hmm.
It's interesting for me to see how different people's perspectives are on things.
Yeah, but it's sort of like you can't really explain
Like
it until you
now,
experience
but like now, like, going forth, I'm gonna be like deep in every like
everything you see.
little unusual thing happening.
Yeah.
Like something moving, and like oh,
There's stuff like being like you feel like you're being watched or touched or something. I don't know how that touch one works. I've never felt as if I've been touched, but I'm just I've never just been sitting down and just felt something touch me. I can't lie.
Oh, yeah, that happened to me on the bus.
What? What? Something touched you?
No, it was a joke, man.
Oh, this one I don't understand. Objects appearing or disappearing. Have you ever seen something just like an apple or something on your desk? You see it there, turn around, and then it's just gone.
Yeah, a lot of these are so speculative because you could be like, oh, last night when I came home, I put my keys down on my desk. Now they're in the fridge. It's like, if you want to believe that it's a ghost, sure. If you want, it's probably just you being like really tired, grabbing something out of the fridge and then putting your keys down in there because you wanted to put your keys. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
It's just based on what you want to believe.
Well, I have some stories that I'm going to read for you guys. I want you to give your honest reactions when they happen. So this one I've heard about before. Okay, I don't know if you guys have heard of this, but it's called the Enfield poltergeist. So it's something that's happened in England. So be scared. So in the 1970s.
Wait, can I just say...
Huh?
Okay, so I'll just interrupt your story straight off the bat. But isn't Enfield the place where the Conjuring was based? At the same place?
Yeah, I think there is. Yeah, there is. Yeah, this actually mentions the Conjuring. This story.
Is Enfield in London?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So in the 1970s, in Enfield, England, there was a terrifying poltergeist activity that bewildered investigators. The Hodgson family
I'll just stop
experienced...
you, Kieran. Sorry.
What?
Gotta say, you've got a very, very impressive narrator voice.
Thank you, man. I've been practicing. I stayed up all night to practice this story. No, I'm joking. I should become a commentator or something. So, the Hodgson family experienced a barrage of paranormal... oh, God, I don't know how you say this word. Phenomena. Is that right?
Yep.
Okay.
Yeah, that'll do.
From furniture being violently thrown across the rooms to their teenage daughters levitating. Sinister voice.
Pause.
What?
Absolute bullshit.
What?
Absolute bullshit.
Have you ever not been like sitting down and all of a sudden you just start levitating?
Yeah, all the time, mate. No, it's bollocks. I'm sorry.
Not generally.
Absolutely. Think about it, right?
Yeah.
The budget that the CIA and all of those other government agencies have, if that was real, they would find a way to contact ghosts, imprison them, and get them to move shit about for them. 100%.
You can't imprison a ghost. They can just move through the wall.
If you don't understand how much money they get.
They'll just walk through the wall, though.
Yeah, but they've got technology that no one. Yeah, they'd find a way to trap them.
Bro, this
They've
ain't
got
the
technology
Ghostbusters.
that we don't even know exists.
Yeah, but
They would 100%.
right.
They would find a way to capture ghosts and get them to move shit for them.
But this was the 1970s. They didn't have like mobile phones, so they wouldn't like whip out their TikTok or something and start going live like, oh shit, guys, I'm levitating.
Why has it not happened since? Why is it always fucking 1970s or like times when no one has a camera?
As soon as like cameras started coming around, everything just stopped happening.
Oh shit, guys! Oh fuck! Oh, like fuck off!
Like,
I don't believe it, man.
Generally, if you were just sitting there and you started levitating, what do you do?
Imagine, holy shit!
Imagine a ghost just like suddenly picked me up right now and started throwing me across the room. Like, what do I do?
Laughing.
If it just threw me against that wall over there,
Nothing much you can do.
what do you do?
But to be fair, I've got to think. Like, I've had sleep paralysis before, and I did feel like I was coming out of my body at the time.
I've never had this experience.
No, 100%. I've had that experience.
Not levitating as much, but like I felt like risen up.
So you could see yourself in like third person.
Yeah, it was the weirdest thing.
What the hell?
I think I was like 16 at the time, and like I was like, and I felt like trapped.
Yeah.
I rose it was like my soul rose above, and I was like trapped. I couldn't move, but like it was the weirdest. I can't really explain it now because it happened quite a long time ago. But like I felt like I rose above, so perhaps that's a similar.
I've had that exact same thing before.
What the hell? Is that not something that happens when you die?
How would we know?
Oh yeah, that's a good point.
What the fuck?
A near-death experience, perhaps. I don't know.
What was I going to say? Yeah, have you never had that feeling when you're just laying in bed? You're kind of asleep, but you're not, and then you sort of wake up and you've sort of just gone like that. Your body jolts.
Yeah.
See, if I could just then go to the Daily Mail and be like, "Oh my god, a ghost picked me up in the middle of the night and it woke me up." Yeah, no, Dylan, I've had that experience before.
Do you reckon that's 100%. What they were experiencing at the time?
Maybe. I mean, I'm not gonna disprove them or anything, but I have had similar experiences when I've been smoking on marijuana. So
whoa,
Not how we advocate marijuana use on the.
I was in a legal country doing it.
Of
Okay.
course, Amsterdam. That makes sense.
But no,
Right.
seriously,
Oh, you
the
still
effects of marijuana does sometimes make you feel like, or at least my experiences make me feel like I was in third person, and I was kind of like I wasn't in control of my body, or like if that makes sense. I was kind of like, whoa.
Yeah, but I'm sure if you start getting picked up by a ghost or something, you would realize that it's not.
See, this is a rabbit hole I kind of want to go down. This would be good for another podcast, but there's theories. Do you know how on the England flag and the Welsh flag there's, well, you got three lines on the English flag and then a dragon on the Welsh flag.
Hmm.
Like you might go and say to me, "Oh, dragons! What the fuck? They obviously don't exist,
Dragging my nose across your face.
right?" But obviously, back when this flag was made, um, there was like very little food standard practices. So what the theory is that when they used to make bread, this bread would grow a very particular kind of mold that people would eat because obviously they didn't had no idea what the fuck mold was, and that mold would cause hallucinogenics. So they believe that a lot of these stories about dragons, great battles of dragons versus knights, and all that stuff came about because people were eating a moldy bread and hallucinating that dragons were real, that this big fire-breathing thing was attacking their village and all that stuff. Does that make sense?
So you tell me, like,
Yeah.
knights were just swinging around swords at Finnet?
Maybe. Who knows? The baker's making bread. They're leaving it a couple months while they go on to fight France or whatever. And then they're eating this bread finally when they're hungry. And it's got this mold in it that's kind of like mushrooms, for example. So they're all high fighting this dragon that everyone can see because they've all eaten this moldy bread. And it just doesn't exist.
They're just tripping out on their moldy
Yeah,
loaf of
look.
bread.
A moldy loaf of bread, that's what caused it. Or they're eating
So the
mushrooms that
world
find along the
flag-
trail.
The Welsh flag is formed by
Maybe.
moldy breads.
Maybe.
Interesting.
That's maybe something we can discuss a different time. But maybe that's what's happening to this family. Maybe because they live in
They ate some moldy bread.
they know that well
Every time.
they might have eaten some moldy bread, but because they live in London, maybe they're drinking the water from the taps, and London's well known for not having clean water.
This was
Maybe
like
there's stuff in
40
the
years,
water
50
that-
years ago.
Exactly. So the purification of water would have been a lot worse back then.
Do you reckon
Maybe
they're
they're
still
all
alive?
drinking this water that's maybe they're drinking this water that's got contaminated with moldy stuff, moldy pipes, and maybe it's having the same effect as mushrooms, LSD, and maybe they're all because they're all like tripping together. They all believe that what they saw was correct.
Back to the story.
You know?
Sinister voices would emanate from their daughter, speaking in unnatural tones and languages she didn't know. The Enfield poltergeist case gained international attention, with witnesses, police officers, and paranormal experts corroborating the spine-chilling encounters, cementing it as one of the most infamous poltergeist hauntings in history. Despite skepticism and attempts to explain the events as elaborate pranks, the validity of the claims and the extensive evidence collected during investigations have kept this haunting family in the realm of the unexplained. The popular supernatural horror film The Conjuring 2 is based on this encounter. There we go.
Right.
Right.
So
What interests me though is what Kaylin said about why do all these stories happen in the 1970s? We don't hear of this happening like a month ago. It's this big mainstream news piece that some massive haunting event happens. It's all like when it can't really be
Documented.
proved as such, documented as such.
I'm thinking, what I'm just thinking right now off the noggin is when you've got your family, right? You kind of want what's best for the family, right? So you want the family to make money. You want that family to then be passed down to the other family members. I'm thinking maybe that whoever first spoke of this story. There's two kind of theories I'm working on here. Whatever news article first went with this story was maybe like that your family's struggling to keep up with payments on the house. We'll release this story. You'll get tons of interviews for it, and then it'll make you a ton of money. Let's do this. People are going to believe in poltergeists. Or the family did it themselves, and then had stuff in place so that when the police officers arrive on scene, there'd be stuff that would happen that make the police officers believe that their story is true, and then they can go across to every news channel and be like, give us 10 grand and we'll tell you our story. That makes sense? Because why is it just this one family in London and not ever a family in a little town off of Manchester? Do you know what I mean?
Well, I have a story here about a little town in Norfolk.
Oh shit! There you go.
Let's read that, shall we? Okay, this is
Can you
called.
give me 2 seconds? I need to go piss.
All right, we'll read this without you.
Yeah, go.
Okay, so this story's called the Brown Lady of Rainham Hall. One of the most famous ghost
Brown lady.
Yeah. Is there a problem with that?
Why is she called the Brown Lady?
Bro, this is what the story's called. What? Bro, there's no picture of her.
Carry on.
Okay. The Brown Lady of Rainham
Why
Hall.
call her the Brown Lady?
Bro, this is what the story says. Bro, no way. Okay, one of the most famous ghost photographs ever captured, the Brown Lady of Rainham Hall, haunts this Norfolk, England manor. The ghost is said to be the Lady Dorothy Walpole, who died under mysterious circumstances in the 18th century. Witnesses have described the encounter as a spectral woman dressed in brown, with empty eye sockets that emanate a bone-chilling aura. The apparition has struck fear into the hearts of those who have encountered her, solidifying her place as one of the most terrifying and enduring supernatural legends. The photograph taken in 1936 by Captain Hubert C., which purposely captured Brown Lady descending the grand staircase, has been subject to scrutiny and analysis, but its eerie quality and the consistency of the haunting reports have kept the legend alive. Here is said picture.
That's just the shadow coming from the window at the top of the stairs, no? Or the light?
That looks like a person.
Does it really?
Yeah.
I see a window up there, and I can see where sunlight's coming in.
Nah, that's a person.
Open the arms and limbs and.
It's tucked
I can't
inside.
see it.
That's a dress. There's a dress over her.
I don't believe it. Sorry.
Well, I will go to this hall and check it out.
Where is this?
In Norfolk?
Yeah, whereabouts?
I didn't actually say.
There you go.
It just says it's a manor. Rainham Hall.
Raynham Hall.
Apparently other people have seen this.
Of course they have.
It's only 17 miles away from me. It's a 30-minute drive.
Yeah, I remember seeing it on Halloween. They used to sell tickets to go and see it.
Well, I'm going to go and drive over there and test this theory. I will stick on
No,
a
you
GoPro.
actually can, I think. I don't know if it's open now, but it's definitely open around Halloween time.
You could have told me this last month.
Bro, you didn't tell me this last month.
So we missed out on a great opportunity here, guys.
Do the podcast in this manner.
Yeah. Start throwing around our podcast equipment or something.
Yeah. Get the fuck out.
Yeah, fucking lobs a GoPro at our heads or something. So the last thing I wanted to speak about is Skinwalker. Dylan, I know you're excited to hear this.
Oh, I've been waiting for this.
So,
I've been waiting for the Skinwalker.
a Skinwalker is essentially a shape-shifting object. So it's it's a spirit that can shapeshift. So imagine your cat, for example. Your cat could walk in, but it could actually be a Skinwalker. It could be a spirit. So it might not be real. So
So the cat is
the cat is actually a ghost.
Like, carry on.
But it looks identical to your cat. So it shapeshifts into other things. It generally looks like a thing, so it'll have the fur and stuff. It has supernatural speed and strength. So this thing could if you were driving at 60 miles per hour or something, it would keep up with you. Your little cat would be running alongside your car. And it has not human, but non-living features. So it's clear that it's not what it should be. if that makes sense. But that leads me on to something I watched on Netflix. So there's a show on Netflix called Unsolved Mysteries, and there's a region in America, or a belief in America, a conspiracist, I guess you can call them. There's a Navajo, Navajo. It's a region in different places, like Arizona,
Navajo.
Utah, like Mexico areas. Not Mexico, sorry, desert areas. So they spoke about seeing different stuff, like Bigfoot. You know Bigfoot?
Yeah.
Yes.
So one of the things was they saw the footprints on the ground, and there's genuine pictures like these footprints, but they're too big to be man-made, if that makes sense. So they're a bit confused as to how they got there, and these rangers actually go out there and investigate it because it's like, that's a bit weird. Why is a massive feet just laying around? And apparently there was this lady living in this campsite or whatever, and this Bigfoot was trying to get into her house, but she wouldn't open the door for Bigfoot. So apparently,
sorry. Just a quick second.
Yeah.
We're talking about Bigfoot here.
Yeah.
You could probably flick that door and it'd burst open. Why the fuck would Bigfoot be knocking on your door?
Well, this is the thing. Apparently, he was like trying to. In it, he didn't want to let himself in. He wanted to ask to come in first, but she obviously didn't want him in the house. So. But apparently, it was like scratching the side of her trailer, and you could see the scratches on the trailer. So, I think I can't remember if they did actually show the scratches, but again, it's unnatural as to how these scratches got it. So it's a bit of a weird thing.
Have they? Just a quick question. Yeah.
Huh?
Has the woman ever heard of a bear?
Well, it could be a bear. Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Maybe she had meat inside and the bear could smell it.
But they reckon it was like an 8 foot feet, like something that's bigger than a bear would be, you know. So they didn't reckon it was a bear.
Okay.
But anyway, there's this other guy who experienced a skinwalker. So he has this thing where he went to this abandoned place and whatnot. A few of them went, actually. They done body cam footage and whatnot. They stacked up these coins in a room and left the room. And then when they went back, the coins were knocked over and whatnot. And then he reckons the ghost or whatever was throwing coins at him.
Okay.
So he reckons when he got home, like, a ghost was throwing like coins at him, and whatnot, which is a bit weird. But he was saying once he was driving home, and then it was on a motorway. So I don't know how quick you go on a motorway in America, like 70, 80 miles per hour.
I think it's about 80.
So let's just say 80. So he's driving along, and next thing there's this dog running alongside him, and the dog's just looking at him the whole way. So he's like obviously turned to see this dog keeping up with his car, which is ridiculous at any point. And then he said he's like looked through his eyes, and you can see like there's nothing there. There's just this dog like literally next to him. You see what I mean? But it was literally like the shape of a dog, and then all of a sudden,
is this just his perspective though?
Yeah,
is it just him? That's
it's just him that said it. So there's no video evidence.
In his head.
Well, exactly. So there's
He could just be mentally ill.
This is the thing.
Yeah, exactly.
You can't prove anything. So I don't. Skinwalkers. That's essentially what a skinwalker is. Like, there's loads of different stories. Like, if you search on TikTok or whatever, like a dog standing up or whatever, and then you see the dog and it just like goes back on all fours or something. You know what I'm saying? So like, that's what they reckon it is, but I don't know. I personally never I don't know anyone that's ever experienced it, other than people that are probably.
Are skinwalkers just like animals, or do they include humans as well?
I think.
I think it could be anything.
Yeah, I think it's just.
Like, could that explain why people do out of character stuff that you don't expect? Could they just be a skinwalker?
Like NPCs.
Could be. But that's essentially, skinwalkers. Interesting.
See, my father has a story. Back when he used to live in Ireland, him and his sister, my auntie. I think it was. I can't remember if it was either one of my uncles or my auntie. They were going around and they were collecting money for a charity for school. and they had to collect all this money, a certain amount of money or whatever. And they go to this farmer's house, and this farmer lives up a lane just off the road. So they ride their bikes or walk there or whatever. And just at the start of this farmer's lane, which goes uphill, there's a small hut that he has that the farmer doesn't really use. The door's open, it just sits there. Anyway, they go ask the farmer for some money. I think the farmer gives them some money. On the way back down, there's 3 people dressed in really weird clothing. Two men and 1 woman, and they had a dog, and they were stood inside this little hut thing. And they say to them, "Oh, what are you guys up to?" And they say, "Oh, we're collecting money for charity for school or whatever." And they say, "Oh, well, will you take these?" And he shows them some coins that were like foreign coins. They weren't used. They weren't, currency of Ireland at the time. So like, "Oh no, sorry, we only take euros," or whatever the currency was. And then they sort of they go away, and they speak to the farmer a couple of days later or whatever, and they're like, "Oh, did you have some workers in that little hut down the end of your road?" And the farmer was like, "No, I have no idea what you're talking about. No one's been here." And they never saw those people again. And obviously, as you can imagine, Ireland's a really small country, not a big population. Everyone knows everyone, especially in those small towns. And no one has seen them. No one could explain who these people were. That was a story from when he was a kid. So.
And then when they went back, they took a picture of the place, and there was like a glow around it.
Yeah.
They couldn't see the glow like in person, but after they took the picture, there was like
they took a picture.
A glow around the hut or something.
Around the hut. And I've been there. We went there, didn't we? Yeah.
We did drive past it, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know. Obviously, you're inclined to believe it because it's your parents, but my father wouldn't really lie about stuff like that. I don't think so.
Unless he was high.
Yeah, maybe he ate some of that dodgy bread.
Yeah, I think he ate some mushroom bread. And this must have been from the 70s as well. I don't know what the people in the 70s and 80s were up to, but
probably late 70s.
Yeah.
But they do say that in the 70s and 80s, people were like, it was like a big drug culture.
Maybe.
Yeah.
I think like big like what do you call it, like ecstasy and all that. It was big in those sort of times. Like hippie culture, that's what I'm looking for. Hippie culture was quite big then. Maybe they were all
the CIA were drugging everyone.
Yeah. They were all just tripping out, and that's where the stories come from. And that's created the ghost story.
Yeah, ghosts aren't actually real. They're just the people who overreact from drugs.
I think that's our summary.
I don't. Yeah. Right. Conclusion. Can we all give a conclusion? I personally think not real. Obviously, I had a few experiences, but I still think that's just me hallucinating or something, like not proper with it.
Yeah.
I think they don't exist unless someone can prove me, like take me ghost hunting as well, and I want to see it in person. It's one of these things you can't believe until you actually proper witness it in person.
Yeah.
You need to be there to believe it. But yeah, until I see it, I don't believe it. So I say ghosts are not real.
I think that's why for me, I'm going to say I disagree with the ghost theory because I've never experienced it myself. But now, because of the discussion, I'm going to have an hour look out for these stuff, so these strange things like we say about a little change in the temperature or, a pen going missing. I'll theorise that could be a ghost. I might become a ghost believer now.
Be careful of your cat as well.
I might become a what do you call it, a ghost hunter now. I'm gonna hunt him down. What's going on?
New career. Let's all go ghost hunting.
Yeah, we should actually. That'd be an absolute stellar podcast. I don't know. I'm impartial. I can. Like.
You're impartial?
Surely. Yeah, kind of. I can see like. Huh?
When have you been impartial about anything?
Nah, because I can see like there's definitely some stuff out there that cannot be explained as of current. So it could be ghost. It could just be coincidence. But yeah, I think everyone's just eating some fucking moldy bread.
Yeah, I think that's a conclusion where we go. Everyone's having just moldy bread all the time.
Everyone's eating moldy bread.
Stay away from that moldy bread. And then
don't eat moldy bread.
You'll never be haunted ever again.
The only thing you should eat that's moldy is cheese.
What the hell are you talking about?
Yeah, you never seen blue cheese.
No, straight from the cow, mate. I milk the cow
You
and
drink
turn it
milk?
straight into cheese straight away.
Okay.
Yeah.
I've got a question before we finish.
Mm.
What's your
Yeah.
cheese?
What's my what?
You go to the supermarket and buy a piece of cheese. What cheese are you going for?
Yeah.
Oh, Cathedral City.
Extra strong with cheddar.
Oh, I thought we were talking
Bro, I
about
don't think he's
brands.
asking brands. Nah, I want like strength of
And
cheese.
Oh, I'm going
Like
mature.
shrimp, yeah.
Just mature.
Just mature. I'm extra mature. What
No,
are you
that's-
done? What
that's
are
too
you on? You want some mild cheddar?
He's on red list.
No, I know. I do like, but I vary between extra and standard mature. Some of the extra gets a bit too.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Extra
Yeah,
has a
I
bit of a
agree.
kick to it.
Even. Yeah, it's got a bit of a kick to it.
Mm.
But
I like a
mature's
good
more set.
crunchy cheddar.
Ooh, crunchy. What the f...
Mm.
I don't think cheese be crunchy, no?
Yes.
The hell?
The higher it goes, the more crunchy it is.
It's not like a crisp or something. You're not gonna.
No, obviously not. There's small crunches. There's more like crunches on it.
Oh, what the f...
Brother doesn't know his cheese.
Yeah, because I eat mature cheddar.
Cheese new.
Cheese
Yeah,
new.
you're a cheese noob.
What the hell? Like cheese finding
Brother's
boss,
on
mate.
Yeah. His cheese is too spicy for him.
Anyway, it has a bit of a kick. I need some milk when I have cheese.
All right. What's your Nando's orders? What are you getting at Nando's?
I don't have Nando's. That's
Ah,
sorry.
I rarely have Nando's, but if I'm going to get those four boneless chicken thighs. And I might have some mashed potato with it.
yeah. What are you getting on those fives though?
What spice? What spice?
Yeah. What spice?
Okay.
What spice?
I'm going medium. Medium's max enough. I'm not going I
What's
was
the thing
raised
about
in a I was raised in a white household, so I don't can't handle it.
Nah, to be fair, yeah, I up until really recently, I always used to go plain, but now I'm a medium.
that? I'm plain. I do the
Why would
plain
you go Nando's? Why do you do it at home?
because I've been invited to Nando's. What the hell? I'm not gonna cook chicken myself if I've been invited to go somewhere.
What, you order a plain bit of chicken?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's
I want to
fair.
burn my
No,
mouth.
it's so good
Right.
though.
It's flipping
Now, my
sugar tax
philosophy
there
is-
as well, isn't it? Or you only get one refill
Yeah,
now,
you
is it?
get one refill, yeah.
What? I've been more stringent on the refills now.
Yeah, Nando's.
Like,
You only
yeah,
get
because of the
one
government.
one drink.
Because of the sugar tax, we're not adults anymore. We can't decide how many cokes we can have, so we're restricted to one.
We can't be fat anymore.
Bloody sugar tax.
In a minute. Let me bulk up.
Oh, what, sugar tax?
Yeah.
Sugar tax ruined Orange Lucasade. Used to be banging
Did it?
before, but now. Yeah, no. Honestly,
Yeah,
back in the
nah,
day,
to be
Orange
fair. I used to be the
Thank-
biggest. I used to drink only Pepsi, and then they introduced the sugar tax, and then Pepsi started putting sweetener and real sugar in it, and it tasted like shit. So now I'm only Coke. I'll pay my extra tax. I can't drink Pepsi.
Good man. Alright. I
Good
think
man.
that's,
Bloody tax today.
Thank you to Coca-Cola for sponsoring today's podcast.
you can't just keep
Nectar
shouting out people that aren't giving us money, mate. The hell? Shout
Of course,
out,
we need the fun.
shout out Snowball for sponsoring my microphone.
Yes.
Anyone want to know?
Shout out to Polar Rock.
Shout out whoever made this headset.
Shout out to Apple.
Yeah, shout out.
OG.
Big up Apple. Big up
Shout out to Logitech for my camera.
Logitech, yeah.
shout out
The
Fidel
camera that I've ordered.
for giving me some mega pencils.
Shout out Starbucks.
Shout
Shout out to Stella for that amazing.
out New Balance for my
Even
hat.
though I've got that one. What hat have you got?
New Balance.
Stella and Guinness. Stella and Guinness, the nectar of gods.
Yes, mate. Yes, Kate. Yes, Kian.
What, you have New Balance as well? Okay. Alright, well, we'll call it there then. Alright, thanks guys. Round of
Thanks,
applause.
guys.
New Balance.
Peace.
Tomorrow.
Ah, yes.